So the first thing we have to declare here is a stack node. A node which will contain one piece of information, just one number. So we said every node contains two properties. The first one is called the value, and the second one is called next, which is just a pointer that points to another stack node. All right, since every stack node contains two properties, to declare that in C, all we have to do is to create a struct. Let's call this stack node. And this struct has two properties. The first one is value of type integer, and the second one would be a pointer variable of type stack node. So struct stack node pointer. So we're creating a stack node pointer variable called next. Okay. And there is some addition here, something that I always like to do it because it makes the code simpler and easier to understand, which is basically to type define the struct stack node as a stack node. So instead of declaring the stack node using the word struct, we're just gonna declare it without the word struct. So we don't have to say struct anymore whenever we want to declare a variable of type struct node. Okay? So we're changing this by this. Cool. Now this would create a stack node. Now we said that every stack contains two properties at least. One that contains the size, which is an integer, and the other one called head that points to the first node. To the top node, to the top node of the stack. Okay? Now that stack pointer here, that stack variable here could be declared as the following. So struct stack is a structure that contains two properties. The first one is of type let's clear that, stack node pointer called head. And the second one is an integer variable called size. So every stack basically knows the address of the first stack node, or the top stack node, and it knows its size. We could change this head with the keyword top. A lot of implementations uses top instead of head, but it's basically the same thing. Okay, it's just a name. So if you want to follow the naming convention, instead of using head, just use top. Okay, for stacks. And again, I'm gonna add a type def here. Struct stack will be stack. So instead of declaring the stack with the keyword struct, we're just going to use the word stack. It's sufficient. All right, so let's write that in the IDE and make sure that it is compilable, and then we're going to get back here to continue the rest of the primitives of the rest of the functions and everything. Cool. So here in front of my desk here, I have code blocks open up, and basically I'm going to copy over the code that we have implemented in the whiteboard. So first thing here, we have a struct stack node, and we said that every stack node contains two properties. The first one is the value, and the second one is just a struct of type stack node pointer that points to the next stack node. And here I added a type def struct stack node. Cool. And the stack type is called stack, which has size, and it has a stack node pointer that points to the top elements. So I'm going to use top here instead of head, but it's basically just a naming convention. It's just a name. Okay, so that top pointer points to the stack node at top. Okay, the one that we are directly connected to. And we add here a type def struct stack will be just stack simply.